Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Yolama Gaming. Today, I'll be going around and showing you guys where the notes are at on the island for Ark Ascended. I apologize for not posting recently because I was having some hardware related issues, but they've been sorted out now, so I will probably start posting more frequently. Like, I was having issues with my editor, but I had to find a new video editor software, so um, anyways, like I said, got that sorted out, and if you're still having problems running Ark Ascended on your machine, PC or otherwise, make sure to check out my previous video going over that. I will put that in the description or somewhere so you guys can conveniently find it. But this is just a note run to sort of show you guys where notes are at. I know there's probably other note runs online, but I'm going to try to make this one helpful and simple, and just sort of like, I don't know, just give like the noob perspective, because I'm not super great at this game, but I do know where the notes are at, so I'm going to show you guys and try to show you how to get most of them without messing up. So yeah, let's get into it. Some important things you'll want to consider when doing a note run is find one note first and then start collecting like types of gear. Like, for instance, depending on your boosters on your server, you might already be able to craft a bola after the first note, which would be huge. Also, it would be smart to be collecting berries, or maybe have a water skin or some way to provide for food and water, because you are going to be doing a lot of running around getting to these, and that will help you heal faster too. Just make sure when you go about collecting resources that you don't collect too much that'll weigh you down. But like I said, I'm going to just keep going to these notes, show you guys the map location, and maybe throw in other tips that I have along the way.
Not to mention that cave I found, which hid a platform similar to those found at the base of said obelisks. Well, similar, except for those oddly shaped holes that were carved into.
Lots of these notes are going to be like hidden in thick shrubbery and stuff, because Ark Ascended has a lot more heavy vegetation than Ark Survival Evolved had, which is probably part of the performance issues, but it does look really cool. The downside is, though, like I said, performance, and also finding these notes is going to be difficult. That's why I'm throwing you guys these coordinates on screen. Hopefully they get you in the right neighborhood, and once you're near those coordinates, you should be able to figure it out from there, or get pretty close to the note anyway.
As the mammal's fur keeps it safe from the bitter temperature. While its huge fangs are excellent for delivering death, Smilodon
crossing this river is going to be one of your biggest challenges. That and raptors, but for this river, the best advice I can offer is make sure you have as much armor as you can craft easily. Make sure you're at close to full health. You're not too heavy, so it isn't taking you very long to swim across. Have spears. Sort of just dip your toes in the water, see if there's piranhas. If there is, maybe try going to a different part of the river to cross, or you may just have to try to kill the piranhas as safely and quickly as possible, so you still have the XP boost when you get across, and don't die and lose the XP boost. I actually just ended up making a boat to get across because there was a ton of piranhas, and to be honest, once you get 2 or 3 notes, you actually do have well over 10 minutes until you need to grab the next one. So that should be enough time to make a boat, most likely, unless you're on like a server where resources have been like completely like depleted everywhere. But yeah, that might be a good option for you if you can't get across otherwise, or just don't want to take the risk.
I am perplexed. Even with an expanded number of test subjects, I just cannot find the passion that I once had for my research. I truly thought that my recent adventure causes my thoughts to drift in their direction, like the pull of a string. I was ever so glad to see Miss Walker again. My assistants are clever in their own right, but dear Helena is still the only person that I feel comfortable diving into my deeper theories with. I fear that I may have kept her from getting a word in edgewise, though. Once I got going on the obelisks, why, I just couldn't contain my enthusiasm. My word, I really have become quite enamored with the subject, haven't I? Well, That settles it. After this next set of trials, I shall go check on the Iron Brotherhood's progress. Perhaps I can convince Miss Walker to join me. We could make a real scientific expedition out.
Utah raptor prime is an incredibly aggressive subspecies of Utah raptor found on the island. It tends to travel in small hunting packs, attacking smaller prey with its sharp. The large curved
If you jump
talon
off
on the
this ledge
second
like
toe
I
of this
do, just
subspecies
beware
seems
of
particularly suited for dealing
shallow
significant
waters. You
damage.
definitely don't want to jump in
Utah
there and
raptor
die of fall
prime
damage.
usually
And
kills
also
prey
beware
with
of
numerous
sharks.
slashing
Another
and
thing to take
biting
note of
attacks
is if
in
you're
rapid
note running at
sequence.
night,
What the
it is
Utah raptor
definitely
lacks
worth
in
carrying a
size,
torch
it makes
because
up for in
torches
ingenuity.
somewhat
Rather
scare
than
away
chase down
troodons, which
small
are going to be
creatures,
another
Utah
large
raptor
threat
will
for note
pounce
runners,
and pin
and
its prey
also
to the
just
ground,
help you stay
rather
warm
than
if it
chasing
starts to
around.
get cold.
Despite
Not
its
that it
normally
usually gets
aggressive
that cold
nature,
in the southern
Utah
Isles,
raptors
but
have become
sometimes
one
it
of the
does.
primary
So
combat mounts for
worth
roaming
having
bands
for a
of
number
raiders,
of reasons.
as well as scouts for larger collectives. Those who ride Utah raptor.
Once your fall is complete, stay close to the sanctuaries. Within them, small pockets of life still flourish in an otherwise barren garden. Beyond their spheres of influence, you will find an endless sea of decay, ruled by shadows and death.
From afar, it's hard to believe that Quetzalcoatlus is one of the largest avians on the island. It shares a similar silhouette with
The wondrous properties of the flora on this island will never cease to amaze me. If I'd told my colleagues in London that I could create a concoction capable of erasing someone's memories, I'd be laughed out of the room and never invited to tea again.
Well, my note run didn't go exactly as planned, as I'm sure you could tell from the clip. But I did get a decent amount of notes, so I was kind of happy with that. I mean, I've seen note runs where people can get 70 plus levels right at the beginning, maybe even more, but really a lot of a note run does come down to luck, but these tips I'm giving can help improve that somewhat. But yeah, this is probably one of my better note runs, even if it wasn't perfect. I mean, if you wanted to, carrying more bolas probably would have helped me in this case, because there was more than one raptor, I think, in the clip. And also, possibly even taming a small mount while your boost is still going on could be helpful to give you a little bit longer survivability in these types of situations. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and show where some other more famous, like, not more famous note run spots, but like other famous notes along the run route that I didn't get to in this clip. But there's certainly other areas you can note run on the island. This is just one of the most popular. It's one
Leadsichthys
of the
convivium
quote-unquote
brochure is probably
easier
the
areas
largest
to do
fish
it.
in the waters around the island. Its meat is also extremely succulent.
I guess I didn't actually record an outro clip for this video, so that's about it, guys. See ya. Yeah, like I said, I'll post some more videos soon.
Extremely elusive breed of the fish,
yeah.
the fabled